Hey everyone, today I'm staying at home and making some progress on one menu, which is my side project, a menu bar app for the Mac that is most well known as a window manager, but I plan to expand on that. This is going to be a chill coding vlog. I'm gonna show you what realistically my work looks like in these days. This time of year is very inspiring with all the lights and the festive mood, but it's freezing cold. I'm taking some time off from work and trying to make some progress on my side projects, so in this vlog I'll be showing you how it's going. So what is it that I'm working on? It's a feature to have animated wallpapers on the Mac. And in a recent vlog, I made a prototype where I was able to load a video file and position a window on the desktop to play it on loop behind all other windows. And then I had a little conversation with ChatGPT to see how to expand on this idea to support multiple monitors. So the trick is to register a callback whenever the screen configuration changes. And this is one of the few cases where I was able to utilize the existing APIs and it sort of made sense right from the first try. But what I'm trying to do is to maintain a map of windows that corresponds to each screen. I wanted to use kind of like a pooling pattern here, but then I realized, how often do you actually plug and unplug a monitor? Much less often than you open and close any other window, so recreating those wallpaper windows shouldn't really be a performance problem. ChatGPT did give me some code for sure, but I tried to adapt it to my project when I was working at a coffee shop, and I didn't really have any external displays to test it out, so this is the moment of truth. I must say the basic case actually works. For example, when I open the MacBook, it does create a new window and places it on top of the screen. And also it closes that window when I close the screen, which is really nice. But I did notice one edge case. When I disconnect one of the monitors, the other one changes the resolution, which has nothing to do with my code, but the wallpaper window will need to resize in this case as well. So I added a tiny bit of code to handle this and other cases when you manually change the resolution of the monitor. Hey, if you're enjoying this vlog, make sure to like and subscribe, it helps me a lot here on the interwebs. Oh, and I want to show you one more thing, a new wallpaper pack. This one I made in Blender the other day, and I'm calling it Alien Landscape. And of course, as all of the wallpaper packs on this channel, it is free for you to download. I'm really enjoying playing around with Blender these days, it's very relaxing for me. Before I even knew how to code, I actually learned Blender. I believe long term it did help me with engineering and coding later. Oh, by the way, let me show you how to download the wallpaper pack. It's on my website over at withmarco.com. And this also brings me to today's sponsor, Squarespace, that I've been using for a long time to host these pages. It's really dead simple to edit the pages I have. Here I simply duplicated my previous wallpaper pack section and then I just uploaded the new files. Squarespace comes with a lot of customization options, but you can also start with one of the many templates that they have, and this will get you up to speed very quickly, so check out the link in the description and save 10% off of Squarespace. Alright, tomorrow I actually did get some free time to take a short walk around in the snow. I regretted I didn't bring with me something to sled down the slopes. I was very jealous of those kids, I'm not gonna lie, but this time of year days are very short in Norway. It was around 3 PM and the sun was already setting down. But alright, back to the project. So now that we sorted out the support for multiple screens, I need to create a window that will kind of look like a gallery of wallpaper packs that you can download, same as on the website. The benefit of course will be that you can set it directly from the app without having to download it manually to any kind of folder. Another one will be that in the future, I can make them dynamic so that it automatically switches between the light and dark mode version of the same wallpaper. But these are just ideas for now. I don't have a lot of experience with Swift UI, so again I asked ChatGPT to help me out with this as well. For starters, I wanted to make kind of like a grid of thumbnails that are loaded from an API endpoint. And here, I must admit I was surprised just how much code I needed in Swift to load and display a simple image from a URL. On the web, this is obviously so much easier with the most basic image tag, and this will automatically handle all kinds of edge cases as well as caching. And I'm honestly not even sure if the implementation in Swift that I copy-pasted from ChatGPT would even handle that, but I will have to get back to this one once I get the most basic version running. So here in the continuation of this chat, I'm trying to ask ChatGPT to generate some code for a mock API server so that I can test it out with the UI as well. And so honestly, I just copy-pasted the code into a blank Node.js project. Quick note, there is a website called Pixum, where you can get dummy images for testing things, and it's kind of free to use. And on the first try, I got exactly what I was looking for in this window that's like the gallery of wallpapers. Well, just about. So after setting the initial size manually, I was able to get this one to show up. And then I asked ChatGPT to modify the mock server to allow for some pagination, so I was able to test out the load more button as well. This whole part of the code that loads the images from the URL and applies the pagination logic in Swift code was something that I wasn't really comfortable writing myself, so having ChatGPT help me out was really great. But I did have to tell it now to send the current page query param as well, because it was kind of missing that part. But then things started working quite well for now. Next up, I made sure the thumbnails fill the entire grid cell, and I added a bit of padding to the grid itself, and I got this final result. Now that I'm looking at it, I might as well include support for Unsplash in the future, but I'll save that for one of the next vlogs. So in the future, you're gonna be able to select any of my wallpaper packs right from the app, and maybe even the animated ones that I'm working on right now. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.